Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute. I took a break from filming, but I've been working on a whole bunch of other things behind the scenes, so make sure you keep watching as I will go into a little bit more detail about those later on in the video. But today I am going to be having a chat about my journey so far on sustainability and my goals and where I'm headed. So make yourself a cup of tea or coffee, as I have a lot of things to talk about, so let's get started. My name is Holly and I was born and raised on a farm in New Zealand. I've been growing food in some capacity my entire life. I have also been working towards the same vision and goal for as long as I can remember. That is to own a chunk of land and build a sustainable eco-home that is more garden than it is house. This vision has become more elaborate over time with small eco-cabins, waterfalls, dams and food forests. But in essence, it has always been the same, a piece of land that I can rewild and transform into edible, self-sufficient haven. The land will help provide both food and income, and I can feed my ducks, eat straight from the organic gardens, create art and talk to the bees all day. Now, that is not exactly where I am today, but I want to touch on where I'm heading and how I intend to get there. Small, achievable steps to create a life by design and not by default. 5 years ago, my partner and I, along with our dog Tama, bought and moved into a suburban house in Perth, Australia. Since that day, I have been converting the gardens into edible wonderlands using Permaculture Principles. I try to use as much recycled or secondhand things as I can with very little waste. After living in my house for a year, I realised that the best light and space for growing was down the side of my house, which was actually a paved driveway. Not great for growing veggies. But this house is a stepping stone and not the end goal. It will potentially be a rental, or we will sell it to launch towards the next step. So ripping up concrete and pavers to plant veggies was not really on the cards. But I wasn't going to let that stop me. So I came up with an idea to grow a whole lot of food with the space and resources I had available. Start small, but start now. This is where the pallet planters on wheels were born. These worked out so much better than I could ever have imagined, because they not only gave me the control over the soil I was growing in, but also allowed me to control the conditions by wheeling them in and out of the sun and rain. Perth climate can be so harsh, it goes from one extreme to the other with summer and winter, so these have been so good. I also dove deep into experimenting with recipes and trying to build and expand my knowledge in growing, cooking and preserving my harvests. I also bought vegetables I intended to grow in the future. Learning new ways to use and preserve them means that I'll be ready to hit the ground running when I do grow an oversupply. So the next part of my journey is sustainable income. Because how can I spend my days talking to the bees if I am bound to a corporate job, working in an office, looking out the window? This has been my career since I left university. I've always worked in corporate offices and behind multiple computer screens, and it's never sat right with me. I've always just wanted to be outside, and I've always questioned it. Working my own hours, having flexibility and freedom to go away, go on adventures and camping, which I absolutely love. And that's just really hard when you are bound to having to get your time off approved. So I really wanted to build a lifestyle that gave me that flexibility and freedom. Last year, I was made redundant from my job, and I took that as a sign and ran with it. Since then, I have built my website, Instagram, taken on ambassadorships, written paid blog posts and sponsored content. I've also written ebooks, and my latest one is currently free, so I will pop the link below if you want to learn how to grow heaps of food from cuttings. I have also been working away on my membership site, and I'll be launching this very soon, so make sure you hit subscribe to get notified when it opens. I'll be opening it at a discounted rate for founding members. The membership site will be all about how to grow, cook, preserve, and start living a more sustainable lifestyle, no matter whether you have a garden or not. My goal is to build a community of like-minded people to share knowledge, learning to grow real food, save seeds, propagate, and swap and trade those for other plants. I hope you join me on this adventure. I'm so excited for what is to come. So to finish off this video, I'm going to go over some of my goals for 2021. And a huge part of that is just to continue forward, forging my own path. I am just making this up as I go along, and inspiring others along the way. Learning to cook outside over the fire or harnessing the sun's energy. Preserving more jams and chutneys. Experiment and learn from other cultures and cuisines to expand my knowledge of flavours and techniques. Dive deeper into growing from cuttings and grafting, as this will be a valuable skill for building my future food forest. Make more time to do art and stay creatively inspired. Learn more handcrafting techniques such as weaving or woodwork. We have become so used to instant gratification, being in a rush and always needing more. To start with, it can be overwhelming, but each time you learn a new skill or recipe, it will become easier, adapting to doing things and seeing things differently. Find the joy in preparing wholesome food. Stop spending all your money on things you don't really need. It's crazy how much people consume. But recently, when considering what to pack if a bushfire emergency were to happen, really puts things into perspective. You can take your knowledge with you and apply that anywhere you live, with your loved ones. The stuff doesn't matter. Investing in knowledge is investing in your future. So thank you for watching. I hope you found some inspiration from this video. I'd love to know where you're at in your journey, so pop a comment below. Just start small and start today. And if you're keen to learn more about my membership site, I'd love for you to join me on this new adventure. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you can get an update on when it goes live, which will, fingers crossed, be in the next few weeks.